Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're all well. So we've got the M3 on the go at the moment, and there are videos up on that. We've got the Saxo on the go at the moment, and there are also videos up on the channel of that as well. So if you want to check them out, I'll link them somewhere in this video. But today's video is going to be about this Mk2 Volkswagen Scirocco. Now, there are a few bits to do, so what I'll do is I'll grab the camera, we'll go through what we've got to get done, we'll get them done, and then we can move on to trying to see if this car is going to actually drive. And I have also got some good news with other bits that are going on in and around the workshops, but I'll tell you that later in the video. So for now, I'll grab the camera and let's check out what we've got to get done. So this is a Volkswagen Scirocco, and it is the Mk2 Scirocco. Now, I have had this car for quite some time. You may have seen it in the background of a few of the videos. Now, that reason is I have painted the entire car Merlin purple, as it was previously white. And a few years ago, I'd probably say 5 or 6 years ago, I did originally convert it from a 1.88 valve to the 20 valve turbo that you can see in the engine bay. There we go. It is an AGU 20 valve, so it is the big valved head version. It's on a O2J gearbox. We've got Epitech gearbox mount down there. We've got an Epitech engine mount just down there somewhere. Now, when I put the engine back in, I did do the cam belt and the water pump again. I did do it when I originally put the engine in, but again, time has passed, so rather safe than sorry. I have got an engine oil and filter change to do as well once we've run it up a few times, just to make sure that we've got rid of all the crap and everything is going to be at the bottom of the sump and not sat in the top of the engine. But before we can think about doing any of that, what I still need to get done is I need to finish off the intake pipes, as you can see there. As you can also see, I have removed the servo. We've got bias valves, you can see there. I've got to mount the little adjuster, which is there. Sort that at a later date. But for now, to take it for its first test drive, what I need to do is sort out the intake pipes, as I've just said. I've got to get that pipe fitted into the intercooler system down there. We've got some vacuum lines to block off, as this feed just here would have been for the servo, the vacuum feed for the servo, but we haven't got a servo, so we're going to have to get that blocked off. There was an issue that I was having with the wiring loom, as I've had the wiring loom made, and I was struggling to get the car to run. Now, the reason for that is, if I bring the camera around, I can show you a little bit more in depth. Now, the fuse box in this, there are a couple of variants. You've got what could be a CE1 or a CE2, depending on what year the car was made, if I remember right. VWs aren't my thing, so don't kill me in the comments. And if I am wrong and you do know otherwise, then please drop a comment and let me know. But from what I can gather, this is a CE1 fuse box. Now, the wiring loom that's been made goes into this plug just here. That is what connects to the engine. We've got a few ignition lives, a permanent live. We've got some earths on the side just up there on them crow's feet. Now, the issue that I was having was I was missing an ignition live from a plug round the back down here, which is what sends the live signal to the fuel pump. And that is what then sends power down to the back of the car. And again, that was another issue I was having, as this particular car didn't have the wiring from the fuse box going to the back of the car. So what I've had to do for now is I've cut the purple and black wire, which we've got here. That is the original wire for the gauge on the dashboard. And then what I've done is I've put an ignition live in from this spade here, going up, round, into the back of the fuse box. I've tapped into that ignition live for the black and purple wire, which is what runs down to here for the sender unit. And we've also got in the boot a fuel cell, as you can see just there. So I've used the sender wiring for the gauge as the wiring for the pump. Now, what that then means is the original wiring in here for the gauge, I can then connect up to the level sensor we've got here for the tank. And then hopefully we should have sort of OE original wiring for the pump, which is on ignition live. And then we should have relatively OE wiring from the fuse box up to the dashboard to make sure that the gauge is working, depending on resistance levels between the sender unit and the dashboard. But what I've got to do is I've got to get this sorted properly. That is another thing that I have got to get sorted. But after doing all this, as you may have seen in a previous video, the car does run. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a little clip up of it now on the screen so you can see. So once I'd finally got it running, that gave me the green light to get everything else put back together on this car so that we are able to take it for that first test drive. Now, that is exactly what I intend on doing now. So what I think I need to do is I need to crack on, get the intake pipe sorted. Once all the intake pipes are sorted, I can get the radiator in, I can get it filled with coolant. We can check for any leaks or anything like that, make sure that I'm happy, And once I am happy, we can finally see if this Scirocco is going to drive under its own power. So, it's not going to get itself built. Let's get cracking.
I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter.
So there we go. As you've just seen, I have been bolting bits and pieces back onto this Scirocco so that we can get it to the point where it is able to be driven out of the workshop under its own steam. Now, I have just rung the guy that owns this. He is a good mate of mine. His name is John. So I have just rung him and he's on his way now, as I wanted to try and drive this out of here for the first time with him here, as I just thought it would be a nice thing to do. And I'm also going to be bringing you guys along with me. So the next time you see me and this car, we will be with John and we're going to get this thing out the workshop. Should we go and see if it drives? Me like. You like me like. Should we go and see if it drives?
Come on, can I see if it does?
Well, we'll have to move it forward, get the seat in it, so hopefully it will drive now.
Just be careful of that sticking out as well.
So, the moment of truth. Will be a little bit better as we've got no source connected, but the purpose of the test is it moves! It moves! Push it backwards, don't go in. So we've got no reverse. Watch out, good boy. So, to see if we can get any gears, as well, we've got forward gears, we've just got no reverse gear. So, if we set the gear stick using this pin, well, this hole here and this hole here, drop a pin through there, that should put the cables in the correct position so that we can adjust them on the gearbox end and then hopefully we will have reverse. So let's quickly go and give that a try, and then we'll come back and see if we can actually get this thing to drive properly. That's probably why it's a little bit tight. No, there's tight and then there's...
Really that tight?
Yeah, that fucking, like, I couldn't move it in any way, shape or form. It was tight.
Okay.
It's gone in. Right, so hopefully we should have some... Is that reverse, I think? We're going to go backwards? Yes, we have gears. Well, we have 8 gears, shall we say. Furthest it's drove in a while. Christ on a bike. It's because it's fully aired up. Like fully aired up. We'll probably do with letting some air out. Tank to be fair. Shut this door properly. This is something. It's an adventure, but oh Christ, we're back. We're on the way back. On the brakes, nice and slowly, so we don't have no more. But it works. That's the main thing. It works. It drives. It runs. Tracking's off, brakes need a little bit of adjusting, gears need a little bit more fettling to get them perfect, but I think that we have proved the point and it does work. So there are a few more jobs left to do. We've still got some tidying and Christ on a bike, fettling left to do. But I mean, it works, so it's a good start. Trying to be slow with the bumps. I don't want another accident. To that? Yes. Hallelujah. We've got some fettling to do with the brakes. They're a bit hard. Well, they're not. They're very hard. We've got some fettling to do with the gears. Some more tidying to do. But she's a ripper. You were told 5 gears. The gears need adjusting. It's too far to the right. It needs to go over to the left more. So like 30s where 30s. You know what I mean? But we can do it properly. It just proves the point of it runs, it drives. That's it. Mint. Right, let's get it back into the yard. I will show you around the car in a bit more depth, and then I will finally tell you guys the good news that I've been itching to share with you. So as I explained, this is a Mk2 Volkswagen Scirocco. Now the guy that owns this car, he is over there hiding. That's John. Say hello to everyone, John.
Hello everyone.
This is his Mk2 Scirocco. Now originally I converted this to a 20 valve turbo from a 1.88 valve. How long ago would it have been? What, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Last 6 years.
Something like that, yeah. And then since then it has been a bit of a never-ending project, but finally we've got the wiring loom all sorted, which I'll show you in a bit more depth in a sec. We've got the engine running, which you've already seen. Now the engine in this exact Scirocco, or the 20 valve engine in this case, is an AGU, so it is the big valve head. I have had to block off a few things. It's not the nicest. We've got bolts in the end of things. We are going to order some blankers and stuff to make it nice and neat and nice and pretty, but to prove the point of will the car run with the loom on and with all the things that we've done, we have proved it is up and running. Now speaking of that loom, what I will show you is if you come inside the car, we've got inside here, we've got the fuse box there. Now I did touch on this a little bit earlier on. Now again, I haven't finalised it as I've still got to do a little bit more wiring to get the fuel gauge working and a few other bits and pieces, but we were missing a pin from E14, or plug E, pin 14 down the back round here. So we've got this black sort of jumper wire here, so that goes from an ignition live. So when you turn the ignition on, it sends power down this wire to that plug down there, which then sends power to this relay. Now that relay is the fuel pump relay, and in order to get everything working, I was struggling to get power to this relay, and obviously the reason for that was because we had this wire missing. So I am waiting for one of these to come in the post. So once we've got that done, or once we've got that arrived in the post, should I say, we can get all of this tidied up, get it finalised, get all the fuse box back in, we can get all of the trays back in and out, we can get the ECU tacked up nice and neat out the way, we can get the rev counter converter up and out the way. We've got a little fuse box there along with another relay. Now that is the engine control relay. We've got a 4 to 8 there, genuine VW. And then once, like I say, we've got all that nice and neat, I can then tie up this OBD port. As you can see there, that's what we plug the car in with. So once we've got all that done, I can then move on to finalising up a few things in the back. So if we come round to the back and we take a look inside the boot, you'll see we've got a complete fuel cell. We've got the air tank there, we've got the management there, or the manifold there. It is running Maxload P1. Then coming back into the boot, we've got the fuel cell here. We've got the tank, the filter, all the lines. I have got to neaten this up and tidy it all up. And then we will be putting a false floor in here with some little covers there to cover up both of those end pieces. And all of this will be matching this sort of flocked material. Is it flocked? I don't know what it is. There's a bolt there. Whatever this material is, acoustic carpet or whatever. And then if we come round to the driver's side, I mean, in the driver's side, there's not really much going on. We've got the aftermarket steering wheel just there. We are going to be replacing the seats. I have got the kick plates to go in. As you can tell, the car was originally white, so we have painted it Merlin purple as well. But that is pretty much it, I think, for this Scirocco. I mean, now that it is up and running, that makes John very, very happy. I mean, he's smiling like a Cheshire cat. So I don't really think there is much more to say on this other than I've got to get those few bits and pieces finished off. Couple of little bits of paintwork to sort out, and then that is that pretty much done. John can have it back and start enjoying it. One of the things that I did want to share with you guys was earlier on in the week I had the parts guy from BMW. Now a lot of you will know that I do work on a lot of BMs and I spend quite a bit of money with the main dealers, and through sheer cheek, well not cheek, but I mean you don't ask you don't get, do you? So I had a word with Dougie. Hi Dougie, hi Ian, hi Tom, everyone at Lookers in Stafford. I had a word with Dougie and he's managed to set up a few little things that could benefit you guys as well as myself and them. So they're not sponsoring me, it's not a collab or anything like that. We're just working together and just seeing what we can do moving forward with everything that I'm doing on this channel. So what they've done is they've given me a discount code for August. The code is Aug with Dread. I will put it somewhere in this video, either below me or above me, or I'll link it at the end in the description. But they've given me that code, Aug with Dread, so if you want to get a discount on any merchandise in the BMW range, so jumpers, hoodies, key rings, all that sort of stuff, If you want a discount on any of that, all you got to do is use that code and you will save a little bit of money there as well. So that's just one of the things. There is something else, but I can't tell you guys just yet, as I've got to leave that for another video on another car, as it is to do with the M3. It's nothing to do with this one. So I think for now that is pretty much everything. I do need to give this car a wash, as again it is absolutely filthy. Like, I can't believe how much dust. When was it I last washed it? When did I wash it? The other week, weren't it?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So that's what, 3 weeks worth of dust accumulated. So we're going to get rid of all that, going to get it back in, crack on with a few of the little bits and pieces, and then the next time you see this, it won't be me driving it, it will be John driving it. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, as always, hit that follow button. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you lot in the next one. So as always, thanks for watching, thanks for following. Mint.